What is your favorite song? Can you narrow it down to only one? How does that song make you feel? Music has an overwhelming ability to take hold of us and invoke a myriad of emotions. So much so that at times, depending on the situation, music seems to take almost a physical presence. But does music, secular music in particular, have the power to control your thoughts and influence your actions?
One thing about music, when it hit, you feel no pain. White folks that controls your brain. I know better than that. That's game, man.
And are the origins of music rooted in evil? Let me begin by stating that nowhere in the Holy Bible does it expressly say that any form or style of music is against the Word of God. On the contrary, King David was a musician whose music was used to glorify and worship God. King Saul used music to soothe him. Music was also used as a surprise attack on enemies. While Ephesians 19 tells Christians to speak to one another in psalms, the book of Psalms are hymns, spiritual songs, and musical compositions. So why even pose the question, is secular music evil? Before that question is answered, first I must explain who Lucifer is, the position he held in heaven, and how that is related to music. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The Bible alludes to there being three heavens. First heaven is the earth, air, and atmosphere that contains the clouds, birds, airplanes, and is about 20 miles above earth.
I beheld, and lo, there was no man, and all the birds of the heavens were fled.
Second heaven, or celestial heaven, is outer space and includes the sun, moon, and stars. This is Satan's domain.
Wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
This is also where spiritual warfare takes place. This is also where the devil held up Daniel's prayer for 3 weeks.
Then said he unto me,
Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand, and to chasten thyself before thy God, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. The prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days.
Third heaven is the dwelling place of God. This brings us to angelic order. There are 3 spheres of angels, but we will only focus on the first sphere since those angels consistently dwell in the presence of God. Thrones. They are said to be the essence of God's spirit. They pass on messages from God to other angels and humans. Thrones carry out divine justice of God and are the closest angels to spiritual perfection. Thrones are depicted as great wheels containing many eyes. Lucifer's angelic position is higher than that of thrones. Cherubim possess perfect knowledge of God and guard the Garden of Eden. Cherubim cover the mercy seat at the Ark of the Covenant. Cherubim are filled with divine wisdom, and through them, lesser orders of angels receive knowledge and wisdom. In the book of Ezekiel, the cherubim are depicted as having 2 pairs of wings and 4 faces. The face of a lion to represent all animals, the face of an ox to represent domestic animals, the face of a human to represent humanity, and the face of an eagle to represent birds. Lucifer's angelic position is higher than that of cherubim. Seraphim stand in direct presence of God, and they are the caretakers of God's throne. Seraphim receive God's revelation before all other angels and continuously sing God's praises. Seraphim are said to be angels of light, love, and fire. Seraphim radiate a light so powerful that thrones, cherubim, nor any other divine beings can look upon them, or they shall perish. Lucifer's angelic position is higher than seraphim. Some biblical scholars feel as if Lucifer isn't the name of the devil as much as it is the title or phrase meaning morning star, light bearer, or shining one. The word star in this context is a synonym for angelic beings. Other scholars feel as if Lucifer was his name before the fall from heaven, and Satan is his name after which. Lucifer was the mightiest, super anointed cherub and the minister of praise, worship, and music. Lucifer and his music was without imperfection.
Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created.
And Lucifer's music was the literal song of God's awesomeness. The scriptures also allude to Lucifer being literally made out of music.
Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering. The sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that thou wast created.
Workmanship means occupation, business, service, or ministry that one is employed or sent to do in life. Lucifer was created in service to God, and music was the focal point of his occupation. So when Lucifer was expelled from heaven, so was his gift, which was music.
Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy viols. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?